tool like this installed in your system. And the latest version that we have Tableau is 21.1.2 here. This is the particular tool. Once you click here, once you open here, you'll get this particular tool here, notification. This is the your left pane, this is your open, this is discover pane. And we'll cover here most of the certification courses here, just like syllabus. Let me pull that syllabus once. Okay, so this is particular the certification here. So what we learn on this particular course, that we'll start learning about Tableau architecture, dashboards, and different kinds of joining and data transformation techniques, real-time analysis. We'll do for different types of graphs, reporting, calculations. This will contain here just like introductions. Here we have some connecting to the data source, data preparation, its architecture, interface, layout, toolbars, you know. So on this particular session, we'll play with the desktop tool of the Tableaus, and we'll learn some how to some do interface, how the export work and everything. And then we'll start go on working with metadata and data modeling and data blending things. We'll see how to make a connection with Excel, PDF, online data source like SQL and all others. We'll see how the join will work in this Tableau, unions, cross database join, data extraction, blending, and how to build different types of extracts. Also, we have two different types of extracts, just like full extract and incremental extract, and all other things will play here. And then we'll move to other part of syllabus called sets. Will work from in sets, out set, top sets, bottom sets, constant set, dynamic set, and other related steps also. And then we'll work on filters. There are basically six types of filters we have as per the hierarchy: extract, dimension, context, extract, data source, context filter, dimension filter, measures filter, table calculations filter. So these are the as per the hierarchy. And we have some others filters also, just like cascade filter, quick filter. These all things will elaborate and see in the real time, work with all those, play around them, and see how we can apply filter and everything. And then we'll move on this visual analytics and everything, just like trend analysis, reference line, clustering, key man clusterings. These are all theorems or algorithm we'll try to implement in an easier way in a Tableau. Okay, and then we'll start working on the different types of maps, just like WMS, custom codings, plot codings, geo maps, territory map. These all will look here, and then we'll move on calculations. Basically, there are four types of calculation we have in a Tableau, just like row level calculations, table calculations, LOD calculations. Okay, so these all calculation we'll see in terms of real practical examples. And we have different functions also supporting in Tableau, just like aggregate functions, string function, numeric function, date functions. So a couple of more also we have. So we'll use all those functions supporting that. We can design numerous types of calculations based on our business need. And once everything is done here, we'll move on the next section called parameters. Parameter is used to give the customer different level of functionality, so that they can own control their filters, their charts, and make your dashboards, your visualization more dynamic, to get customer more and more interactive. Okay, so we'll use that functionality also and try to implement all those and the see in the real time data. And then we'll move on charts and different types of charts here. So in a Tableau, if you'll see here, so you can see here there will be around 24 charts will be there that are the globalized here, means implemented already. So these are the 24 charts. It is not highlighted because there is no data currently loaded. So there are just like this a text table. This is heat maps, highlighted pie, field maps, symbol maps, tree maps, line charts, scatter, bullet, everything. So these all things will be here that we'll implement here in the charts and graph sections. And then we'll move on building our dashboard stories. We'll build a couple of, you know, very innovative dashboards and the with the stories also too, so that we can present to our customers. So this whole session will carry on from start from the beginning to the advanced level. Will so this session this in this, if you see in this particular course, okay, uh, if you see the couple of things are maybe missing here, just like accents, because when I prepare this particular syllabus in when I started teaching, and that time the version in the market was 10.5 version. So if you see in the particular, that's like there's one more functionality called accents. So at that time in the accents we have only three types of accents that we can implement, just like filter, go to seats, and URL accent. But now in the current, in the latest version, we have six accents we have there. So we'll add that also with all those new features and functionality. We'll deal of that also, just like in the latest version we have relationships. Prior we have only joins, we have data blending, we have cross database join. But now in the latest versions we have relationships. So we'll see, we'll implement those functionality, new functionalities also. We'll teach in uh, latest version and everything. So latest version is 2021 only. If you ask me why I choose to start the course in this 2020 version, so why I started this in 21 version or 20 version, because you these are the versions, there's a particular version 21 came just couple of days back. So you can't say put, just like I just listened to Subha and Soumya and even Ram also. They were saying that they are currently in different domains. They want to move out there. So these are the latest versions. So you have to put in your resume one version back, so that you can showcase that you have work, because these are the currently production version. This came just a couple of days back only. So we'll start classes in our 2020 version or 21 version also. We'll see all other um, cover each and everything here, and we'll see real-time projects also. We'll do projects also, couple of projects we'll do that will deal with all our syllabus, with all our you know uh, real-time analysis, how you can do in your if you get a job in particular section, any big organization, how to deal with data, how to go with the business case, how to deal with the customers. We'll touch all that part also, and we'll provide you good notes. We'll provide you latest version books, 2020 2021 latest books, ebooks, so that you can have better understanding after going class, after from this class and everything. We'll record here most all of our sessions majorly in Zoom, and then if secondarily in the Google Meet. So whatsoever recording will be provided to you guys after the session has been done and everything, so that you can see and make a recall all your class notes and everything. So in terms of support from us from Banquet, we'll provide you good training in the Tableau, because I feel that I'm working in this Tableau visualizing in the leading organizations also, just like currently with the Siemens Energy, and then previously with the United Health Group, and then before Accenture. So these all are the leading. I have a good experience, customer handling, real time working in the analysis and everything. So that will be betterment for you. In terms of notes, we'll provide you this class sessions, some this ebooks also will provide you one or two, and then implementation notes also, so that you can implement other functionalities also that we have in a Tableau. That also latest book will provide you, so that you can correlate and implement different steps on your own also. So until unless you guys don't invest your time in practicing here, you will not able to grab things. Tableau is easy to understand, someone who has a uh, zero experience in coding and everything can come here and learn here in a little span of time based on other visualization tool that we have in the market. But as you know, means every new technologies, tools, learning required a practice and investment of the time. So once that is done from you, so I can guarantee you, with if you take a class here with me, if I take a class daily, or any way that is you can decide with the banquet with your timings and everything. I'm just want to brief you that if you take a 30-minute session or 1 hour sessions with me here, please go to your home and practice at least double of the time that you have invested in the class, so that next day if you come back to me, you have some doubt, you have some questions. So asking question in this particular session will give you two things. Firstly, it will give you interest in the class. Secondly, you will get to know lot and lot more, and those questions that will ask me here, that will make you give you a, understanding also how to ask such types of customers questions to your customers. So once you will do all these things regularly basis, at the end of the session you will able to crack your certification also. If you want to go in a certification times or anything, Tableau basically provide three certification here. Okay. uh, so all the basic certification starts from what you say Tableau specialist. So once you'll do that, and then desktop associate. Okay, so we have a specialist, associate, and professional. So this starts with the $100, this with the $150, and this is with the $250. So these are the details. If you are if you have somewhere student, you can get a some discount also. But if you are not a student, then you have to pay a full price. So this is $100, this is 150, this is 250, and this so on. And these are the server certification. So if you will have study everything in the course, you can try first with the specialist, and then later on with you have a real-time analysis, you can go for associate or professional one. This is the basics certification. Based on what you will see in our class, what you will learn in our class, you can crack easily. You can go for this also, but see, there are the 70% cutoff, and one time only you can give the exam. So if you fail here, it's to give you lots of money loss here. So you can try $250. So that's why. And if you go for this is $400. So that's why I'm saying here, if it means, I'm not saying you try this only, you can try this also, but once you feel the confident that you can crack the interview, because it's a bit costly here. Okay, so we'll help you in that part also, we'll give you notes on that part also. And unlike other trainers that you what they do in the class, will not teach in that particular way. Okay, we'll teach you in the real-time tool that will be used in the market and everything in the organization, that is used by the Tableau desktop. Tableau has a different their products, out of which Tableau desktop is used to design your graphs, visualize, and everything. So we'll teach you in that part also. We'll not teach you in just like it's a free tool, just like we have available Tableau public. Other vendors, other your trainers, they teach their students on the Tableau training, sorry, Tableau public. So in that, what happens, students may not able to correlate with a real-time tool and everything. What will not do here, will teach you in the real-time enterprise tool, so that you can correlate with each and every steps and everything that you will be going to look or see whenever you are going in the particular job. So that's all introduction part. So you have any things, or we'll start demo thing? Anyone have any question?
This course covers only Tableau desktop, right? You don't have Tableau server in this, right?
We'll use Tableau online to showcase you basics of the server, how we can do, just like we can, how we are publishing our dashboard in the instead of the that we can, how you create your users, how you create your groups, how you assign user and groups their roles, and how you make subscriptions. So these 4 to 5 things we will cover in Tableau server
Okay.
real time, how we do. Because when I started Tableau, there was a 7 years back, so that was at that time. And currently competition in the market, you know uh, it increased so drastically. So based on, people only thinks that this is a easy tool, they can learn easily, but they forget that it requires very much practice. So based on that, so many count in the market, here India and US itself, interviewer now, they are taking good rounds of interviews. So they don't just satisfy with the Tableau desktop thing, they will ask you server some information also, at least. The They don't look you inside, they don't look the skill set of Tableau administrator or Tableau server guys inside you, but they will look at some experience on the Tableau server, so that if sometimes works come, you can handle this particular issues, or you can help the customer with the better solutions. So we'll cover that part also.
And do we have any trial version available to practice ourselves?
Yeah, that I'll show you here. So we have these numbers of tools of the Tableau product. Okay, desktop, server. In this enterprise, we have desktop, server, online, prep, CRM. Okay, so this Tableau public is the public free version. You can practice in your own. But if you go in this enterprise version, Tableau desktop, it comes with 14 days of trial. Okay. After that, you have purchase. But there is one funda. If you are a student, okay, so you can get 1 year free license. Not just you, in your family, friends, anyone, whosoever a student, just active student, not pass out student, active student. You can, with that particular student, you can get 1 year free license. So you can ask any of your family, friends, anywhere in the world, India, US, anywhere. So you just, he or she has to be an active student, and you can get 1 year free license here. Okay.
So yeah, that's fine. And what is the total number of hours to complete Tableau class?
Majorly, we takes 25-30 hours to complete here. Okay. But it may go plus minus also, based on your interaction, how much time you are giving and how morely, because we don't focus just to complete our syllabus. We'll see each and every after class, we'll see for each and every class, we see performance and interaction of our student also, how much they are practicing and how much they are not doing. So we'll start our class with our own model, with our own speed. Daily we'll take everything. But until, if you, let's say, after a week, you guys are in less asking questions, or you guys are not practicing more, so we'll start decreasing our speed, so that you don't have more to practice in a world. And once again, if you come to your track, once again you will start asking, putting everything, will increase our speed, so that you can take more. Because we want, each day you want to, you practice, and next day you want to come at least some questions, because questions will clear all your doubts. In an interview session, you guys have good experience, I don't have to say much how to deal with interview. But what happens if you come back to asking more questions? In that scenario, you'll have at least theoretically all points clear in your mind. So you don't have to go after this session and again read from your book or YouTube or anywhere to start your basic. So with interacting with all you guys in the class session only, you will have your doubts clear with the couple of definitions and couple of points. So that will make clear in the class only in terms of calculation. So we'll theoretical part will, if you focus more, you don't have to invest other time to that theoretically.
Okay, thank you. And I have another question.
Yep.
So like here, source we can connect. So multiple sources are there for Tableau, right? So not only Excel. So in your plan, so what are the sources you're going to connect and explain for us?
We'll connect you flat files, in flat files, Excel, TXT, we have PDF, we'll connect you to the server, Tableau server, okay? And then MySQL will cover, and then Google Sheets will cover. And then in the more, as you can see, there are more other connectors we have. So we'll show you just like what you say, Dropbox will show you, these are things we can show you Google currently.
Okay.
Yeah. But they
So
have
what?
means yeah, please carry on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Means they started lots of connectors we have here. For Frank, when Tableau came into market, 13 years back. So at the time there were limited sources, but they kept on adding and adding and everything. Now we have a multiple source here. Okay. So these are the additional connectors that they have kept in 2021 versions. So previously they don't have these connectors also. Just like this one, Erasis also they add this time, Denoda they add this time, Azure Data like storage generation 2 they added this time. So these are in the latest versions they are put in here.
Okay. So out of these, how many of them you're going to explain?
Pardon?
So out of these sources, how many of them are you going to explain in detail? Because the Excel flat file, these are all like the normal thing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking something, the different sources like SSAS, analytical service, or Azure database, Azure data lake. This and that.
See, currently Azure we don't have, but we'll try to develop that and showcase you. But currently, in terms of in the class session, what we have covered here, we will be showing you Tableau server related data, okay, SQL data, Google Sheets, and this Dropbox. These all things we can show you here. Tableau server, how to publish, how to get extract data from here. But most of the time, what happens when we do here with Venkat, we do couple of assignments also, okay, from the US and UK itself. So last project that we are doing with Vodafone, they asked us to develop a particular metrics to us, and that scenario they didn't give us real time access to their data source. Mostly customers, if you are in the different zone, they don't give you directly access to to their data source. So they what do, so they publish their own data source in the Tableau server, and they give links to their server to access that. So most of the time, in terms of performance also, we publish our most of the organizational data in the Tableau server. So if you are in the real time working, you will be connecting 60% times in the Tableau server. And then if they give you access to their data source, then you can connect with MySQL, Oracle, or other things, just like here anything. And if you are connecting directly with their implementation, just like ServiceNow or SharePoint, all Salesforce or Snowflake, and these all are the then you can connect directly also. But in times also, I have seen this all these years in the industry, there every organization have their data engineering team, okay? So they create warehouse, data mart, everything for the particular analysis thing, and on that particular thing they gave us view to interact to them. So mostly there will be data engineering team to develop your for you data source and everything. You don't have to work hard in that particular thing.
Okay.
Any other question, guys?
So you mentioned like 25 to 30 hours, depends on the class. So like the tool will be available only the 14 days. So after 14 days, we need to pay because if we have
If you have
student
any,
ID, we can go with the 1 year free plan. If
yeah,
you don't
with this,
have student, see
but a
after
student
14 days.
ID is not too hard to get in your any of your means family or friends. You can get that.
No, if in
It's a,
case, so what is the other options?
if in case you don't, yeah, Venkat,
Raj,
can you answer that?
yeah. Maybe will this virtual VMs work? Like for example, if you have a virtual machine and install Tableau in that VM, uh, even after the 14 days got expired, we can create a new VM and then install again 14-day version of Tableau. Will that work? Like Tableau in the VM?
Oh yeah, okay.
Right, we can create a virtual machine, and inside the virtual machine we can install Tableau 14 days trial, and maybe once it is done we'll create a new VM and then get a new email address and then install. I hope that might work. I'm not very
Oh.
sure. Yeah, because sometimes if you install directly, they know the MAC address and IPA, whatever, the system information, right? They may not allow you to reinstall again on the same PC again once it is expires. So the best way is, instead of installing directly, maybe you can install it on a VM and then use it, so that even if it's corrupted or something, you can just throw away the VM and then create a new VM.
Okay.
Okay, so I think Rajan, do you have any demo to show them?
Yeah, I can show a couple of things.
Okay, sure, please.
So this is the basically tool, guys. When you double click here, it will open in this particular view. Okay. So this is the 21 latest version that we are currently dealing with. So this is your left pane, and this is your discover pane here. In the left pane, you'll see here two different section, to the file section and to the server section. And these are the couple of sample data source provided by the Tableau only, so that we can start and learn on playing around here. To the file section data, any of the data source you pick from here, PDF, access, JSON, text, Excel, statistical, spatial, anything, it all be your system dependent data. It will come to you from the system only. And to the server section, MySQL, Oracle, Amazon, Google Sheets, or if you click on more, any of the data source will be your system independent data, because these are from the servers. And this is your Tableau server, the data you extract or publish on your Tableau server. So let's see how you can play here. Okay, so if you connect any data source, it will give you here particular section that it is a particular one table. It's like here one order table, people table, return table. Okay, so there are a couple of things will be here. So these are your menu bar. This is your shortcuts. This is your show me. This is the basically AI of the Tableau, so that it helps you to select the better graph. Currently, it's all masked because we haven't select any of this data source here. Here we have two different pane, data and analytics. Mostly 80% of our works that will develop any graphs, any calculations, any dashboard stories, we'll do in a data section only. But if you want to add some analysis or extra information in your graphs or anything, then we can use this analytics section. Here we can use reference line, clustering, forecast, trend, box plot, average lines, distribution. So all these are analytic things that if you want to add on something more visualization in your information, in your visualization dashboard, then we'll use analytic pane. Else will be here only. So as I showing you, this all our marks here currently. As soon as you click any about dimension, one of your gets highlighted. So with it tells you that with the selection of customer name, you can only create text tables. Okay. So it will give you text tables here, it's simple. So if you select other visualization, it will keeps on highlighting, give you other graphs also for you. So this is basically AI here functionality. It's Tableau has already implemented 24 graphs here, but we'll cover in the whole syllabus 5 or 6 customized, charts also that will deal with our own calculations that are not been implemented here. So we'll see 24 graphs this and 6 more graphs that are the customized graphs. So we'll total cover 30 graphs in our syllabus. So as you can see, I have selected customer name and it is giving me highlighted that text table I can collect. And let's say if I selected zip mode and then sales. So see, now it is giving me highlighted that I can create a text table, I can create a heat map, highlighted by, all other things. But if you see, these all are highlighted, out of which there is a bar. This in a bar, there is a red section. So it is saying you that these all are your options, but best fit is your bar graph. So if you click on bar graph, it will give you bar graph. If you want to go on a pie graph, you can go in a pie. It's a highlighted one. It's your heat map. It's your bubble chart. It's your tree map. It's your circle chart. It's a box and whisker chart. So box and whisker chart is basically so advanced chart. It's give you analysis in a different 5 sections: upper, lower, whisker, and hinge, and median of data. This is your median. This is your lower whisker, lower hinge. This is your median. And from the median left hand side, the how much amount of data is there. Let's say there is a from this median to till this point. If the distance is 5 meter, from here to here, it will be 1.5 times. So it will be here 5, it will be here 15. So these graphs deal with the higher level of analysis and everything. So as you can see, I have taken only zip mode and sales, but it is giving me lots of other options. Irrespective, it is saying that bar graph is best fitted for you. So you can see other, if you don't, let's select segment, it is giving you only text table. If you select any of your measure sales, it will give you other part. If you select any other measure, so now it highlighted, now you have scattered, you have bullet. If you put any geolocation, just like if you click on country, it will give you only 2 particular symbol maps and field map. If you take any other measures also, so it will give you start populating your graphs based on your selections and everything. And if you want to, if you don't want to use this particular show me, you are confident that you can go create more visualization with your own self also, then it is totally fine. You can drag any of your dimensions in your region or columns anywhere based on your requirement. If you put up here region in the row section and you put up your profit in your text table, so it will give you a text table. If you drag this, put in a row column, it will give you a bar graph. If you want to swap this region to here, you don't have to take this here and bring down here. You can click on this shortcut menu. It will give you a swap. Okay, so this is the one graph. If you want to make it a colorful, you can drag your region here color. It will give you different colors here. If you want to make a colors in terms of measure, you can put a, oh, it was profit. So your measure in your, based on your profit, you can, this says that you, okay. So if you, this is a bar graph. If you want to make a stack chart, take region in your color, it's your stack chart. If you put a segment here, it's your side by side stack chart. If you put more here, shift date, it will give you more visualization here. No, this is base. Why it came line? Because you have used one date field here. Based on when there will be a date field, it will show you a trends. By default, it will show you trend. If you don't want to show trend, you can again make your graphs here. So this is your, you keep on adding your visualization, your particulars will change based on your business requirement. Any type of what you want to put here. Okay. So if you want to put here just like pie, so you can take here, okay, segment, put in color, change the mark blue into pie, and this is your pie. Now you can add any of your other informations here. So these are your sales. So currently you see here, this is a 4,29,000, it's now 11 something, it's a 70. So it's an equal partition here. So it's not correct representation of the pie because it should come, the side should, shape of the your pie should differ in this particular measure. So what you have to do, you have to take your measure and put in a size. Now it's a correct visualization. So these are the largest here, these are the smaller. If you want to make it percentage, you can make percentage also. Go here, quick table calculation, percent of total. So now it is in the percentage. Okay, so if you want to make a geo maps on everything, you don't have, just take your country, put in your seat sections, okay, to execute your query, and it will give you a particular map here. So this latitude longitudes are your system generated field. It comes automatically generated when there are geo fields here. Just like here we have country, region, state, city, and postal code. So these two latitude longitudes comes automatically if you have some geo fields. If not, then we calculate it also with the help of calculations, or we'll load from our public domain data and everything. So this is your which graph? Symbol graph here, okay, because it is donating one. If you don't want symbol, if you want field map, you can go and make it as a map. It will give you a field map here. Okay, so if you want to make a representation in terms of region, one below down, you can click here. So now it is a region. This is your west region, this is your central region, this is your south region, this is east region. Okay, if you want to come more one layer below, it's your states. Now it's representing in a state. If you want to make different colors in your state or your region, you have to take that particular section in your color. So now you have a different versions, regions. If you want to make that state in a color, so now state you can put in a color. Anyway, this is the particular things. You can change the view also. If you go in a map layers, we have a different functionality here. Currently it is a light. You can make it normal. You can make it a dark field. Okay, you can make it a streets. You can make it outdoor. Make it as a satellite view, any view that you are looking for. Okay, so these are the different types of view that we'll get here if you want to go for the geo maps or anything. There are a couple graphs also, just like this is your what you say, this is your pie graphs. But what if you customer asks you to make a donut graph, but you can see here there is no any donut graphs is here. So we'll that deal with terms of our calculations and everything. Okay. Let me show this. See, This is your donut chart, and this is your pie chart. Okay, you want to put here also percentage, we can make that percentage here also. Okay, so it shows in the terms of pie, it shows in the terms of donut. So donut chart is not in your custom all your implemented chart here. We have to make that with the in terms of calculations and everything. So there are so many other customized chart that visualizations that we'll make here, so do here. So let's start with something, just like if a customer asks you yearly sales, so you can take any here. You have to take for any date, search for any date field here. So we have two date field here, order date and ship date. You can take any of your date field here. Okay, if you want to make it as a monthly, you just have to right click here and make it a month. So it will give you a monthly from January to December here. So this is your this is a collaboration, means if you see in order date, so here 18 to 21 you have a date. So it's a January from 18 to 21. So this is a discrete month. If you want to make a continuous, you want to show separately for each month, then you have to right click here and make it a month. So now it's a month for here. So if you want to show your month name also, you have to go just here, format. Okay. You don't want to show this particular thing, header thing. So this is your monthly sales. If you want to add here labels also, particular anything, so it will give you. You don't want to take more things here. You just want to show anything min or max thing. Just make your max and min max. So this is your minimum value. This is your maximum value. Okay. So if you want to put whenever you want to get highlighted, then whenever if you click here anyway, it will get highlighted to you. Whatsoever that suits you, line ends. Okay, based on your customer and everything. So if someone asks you yearly sales with no any other such requirement, then this is your graph based on yearly sales. Okay, if you want to add this, if they want to see region wise, then you can put region in your color, and you'll have a couple of more visualizations also. But if you don't ask anything, you can put up your yearly sales. If they ask you state-wise profit, you don't want state and the similar color, just take your state and put in a color. So now you have a good looking state. You don't want this empty lines here or the representation. Just go in a map, take all your washout area, it will all your only your state you are looking for. You want to see each customer sales. Okay, you can sort this anyway. Also, if you want to make this as an order, means put it in year section in the year span. So you'll see here other spans. So you see here few of the values we don't have here 0, 0, 0. They don't have functions at that time. So these are your customer sales. Okay, so this is your yearly sales. This will reduce here, delete. This will delete here. This will also delete here. Segment. So we have 4 graphs: yearly sales, state-wise profit, customer sales, okay, or state-wise profit. If you don't want to make this, you can make any visualizations also based on your, these are your heat maps and everything. So it doesn't looks good here. It's look, okay, let it be text tables only. So you have a couple of 4 graphs here. Now we create each and every visualization we create in seat level only. You keep on adding your seats and creating all your visualization. So once that this is your done, either we create dashboard or we create stories to showcase customers. So if you are done with all your graphs and everything, just come to your dashboard section. Here you can design all your graphs and everything. That's so we are here. Here we have a seats that we created here. Here are a couple of objects that will help to design your dashboards, just like horizontal blocks, vertical blocks, navigation, download, extension, image, text, web pages. And these here we have 2 different sections how we can drag this graph. If it is a tile, you have to drag this here and it will automatically grab your all space. If you want to put here another graph, it will, you have to, based on, you have to play with your cursor how you can put your second graph here. Okay, if you leave here, it will come here. If you leave here, it will go there. Okay, so you have to play around with your cursor. But if you select floating section, the first will be also your floating, second will be also your floating. So here you have to design your all your space based on your requirement, how you want to put your graphs and everything. So floating is basically where you have to decide your area, shape and size whatsoever you want to put up here. And in tiled, Tableau will automatically make you fit in your screen. Okay, and here we have a different browser section. Here you can make it, if it is a fixed, then it is a fixed. If it is a automatic, so generally if you put here automatically, what happens, you don't know, just like my laptop, it's a this what you say, you don't know my desktop or laptop or anything, which length or width, anything. You don't know the customer is going to see that in particular tablet or mobile or any what sections of thing there. So you may keep it as a automatically selection. What is that, whatsoever will be your customer's screen or device that he is or she is going to open that particular visualization, the length, breadth, and all every graphs and your visualization will automatically fit in that particular visualization. You don't have to worry for any particular device specific. But if they ask you any particular device specific, you can go here, device preview, and you can select here if it's a desktop, then which desktop, just like iPad, medium, large, and everything. If it is a tablet, then which tablet. They have to decide, just like Nexus or iPad or Fire or Samsung or anything. If it is a phone, then which phone. Okay, Nexus, iPhone XS, XR, 7, 8 Plus, Galaxy 8 series, Note series. So if they ask you specifically for this particular devices, then we can generate here on that specifically all those devices. If not, then we can keep it as an automatic also, so that it automatically get fit. And if it is not, then we can decide some range whatsoever. So these are the few things that we'll see in terms of sizing here. Okay, and now once that is done, so you can drag these are your 4 graphs. You can drag your here, just like this is your yearly sales. You can hide now title just now a little bit. Okay, and secondly, we can put up here state-wise sales. You can hide this title here also. So length, height of, we'll make this 700 at least. Okay, so now we have here your sales. This is your yearly sales, and here is your total sales. This one. If you want to put any name, you can just take your text table, put here, and you can put here name whatsoever you feel good. My personal favorite is Calibri. What you can put whatsoever you like. You can put borders in all graphs. Just select here in the upper side, go in the layout, border, whatsoever strategy or anything, whatsoever you feel like, you can put here. So this is your first two graphs that you represented here. This is your yearly sales for this particular, say for January 18, you know, you want to make it a showcase as a dollar, you can always go here, make it a format, currency standard, make it as a US. Okay, so now it is showing in the dollars. So now it is saying dollars. So now see, you have kept you made here changes, but it's you made in the row section, means it's in the particular visualization only. So it doesn't get affected in other visualization. If you want to make it as a global, just go here, make it here, right click here. No? Properties number, forget currency standard here. United States. So now it will show each and every particular thing. So you graphs here. This is one dashboard here. You don't have to keep also sheets here. If you once your dashboard is in, you can right click here, hide all sheets. So these two graphs will get still highlighted. You can take your second graphs. You can put here first visualization here. And if you let's try floating. So take your second visualization here. Okay, this one state-wise profit is here. So you don't hide your title here. Make it just keep some space. We don't want currently these all things here. So you can put here anywhere whatsoever space you feel like. Okay. Second graph, you can try title. Okay. It's taking your whole space. So you can try for here. Make it as an edit title. Okay. So you have to scroll down from here to there. Based on here. Either if you don't want to make this particular thing that you don't want to make formatting here, once you made a formatting here again, then you have to come format here. You don't have to make this. You just make a duplicate of this particular dashboard, come here, select this particular graph, and just like you here you want to put that segment wise profit, come here segment wise profit, see here swipe button. So automatically it will swipe your that particular section. You don't have to make extra formatting. You come here, make your customer sales, make it a swipe, automatically it will make that your swipe here. So just here now you have to make here changes. Okay, so now here you have a two graphs here. You can again here make it hide. So now you have a two dashboard, one, dashboard two. If you want to add some extra visualization for your customer, just like if you click on particular month and the data in the particular C here will change here, in that sense you can apply actions here. See, So now if you click on January 10, it's $18,542. If you click here, okay, so it will show you only that particular month data. If you click on February, it will give you only that particular month. Once you come back, it will give you whole data. If you are with December 21, it will give you that particular month data only. February, any selections based, your data will get changed based on your selections, whatsoever month you want to see. Okay. Here also we can give such visualization if you want. If you click on particular segment, you want to see those segment what customers here only. So if you are on a segment consumer, so you can see all those customers only. If you're in corporate, you will see only those. If you're only here, only so that only. Okay. If you want to make a navigation from one dashboard to another dashboard, you have to just take a navigation. It's floating here. Make a navigation, put here only. Give some space here. You can go and make it an edit. Here you will get an image button or text button. If you want to take it as a text button, navigate to, it will ask you, I'm taking it, I want to go in dashboard 2. You can put any of your information. Whatsoever you feel like, you can put here. Okay. So let's enter here. Sometimes this scroll is always here. Yeah. So this is your graph vision. You came here, you're playing around your data and everything, and you want to go in dashboard 2. Just click here, it will take you here, and you are playing here now here. So now you want to go back, you have to apply same thing here also. Okay, just take your this dashboard, put here navigation objects, go and edit. Now here you can right click to return navigation to dashboard 1. Okay, apply 1. So if you are in dashboard 1, you came here dashboard 2, and you want to go back, you just have to click and click return, you will go back here. Sometimes customer may ask you to download functionality. There are download functionality in server, but if they are not aware of, or if they get confused and anything, so they want you to give their dashboard functionality. So you can take this dashboard, put in here. Okay, make this edit. So here you will see download PDF. Okay, if you go and edit button, you will see here export to PDF, cross tab, image, PowerPoint, anything. So let's see if you want to give them as a download PDF or download as a image, then you can make a change here. Okay, so if they click on download PDF, your PDF will come here. This is an active sheet. If you click on active sheet, it will give the visualization of this particular view. If you click on entire workbook, then it will give dashboard 1 and dashboard 2 both. Okay, if you click on this particular image, so it will give you image. So these are the functionality. With one click, they will give you as the download other options. You can make other selections also. You can put other changes here also. Okay, because we have other options here also, just like you see here. You can make it as a cross tab, means in Excel, image, PDF, PowerPoint, anything. Okay, if you make here edit button as a PowerPoint, okay, so when PowerPoint will come, we'll save in a desktop. saving an image. You'll go in the desktop. If you see here, there is one PowerPoint will be there with your image of your dashboard. So there are lots of other functionalities are there with which we can make all your dynamic functionalities and everything to showcase all your customers and everything. Okay, there are lots of more functions here that we can use to showcase our customers, different type of visualization, everything. See your visualization, and this is your book name and file created information. So this is your okay. So this is a short demo here. Any questions, any thoughts on this particular thing?
Subha, Ritvik, not Ritvik, Ram.
Yeah, I have one question. So how we can add a custom chart, because in Tableau they given some list of chart. So if you want to add some different chart, how we can add that?
Yeah, that's what's only just like here I have showcased you this donut chart. So this is a custom chart. Means why? Because I developed it with the help of one calculation. I created here this with the name of row count. Okay, I use that particular calculation here, and in the last we use this dimension and measures, but we whole thing is based on these calculations only. So based on calculations, we'll design each and every what you say custom charts. We in this particular session will see here just like funnel chart. Okay, donut we have already discussed, but we'll elaborate that also. Pyramid, sunburst, and so on. We'll take cover of around 5 to 6 custom charts we'll develop here, but all we'll do with the help of calculations only.
Okay. And how this tool differs from other reporting tool, because this performance wise this is faster than other tool.
Yeah,
So
it's
what
a
other
faster
difference?
other difference is there is the quality of dashboard, the options that we have here in the less calculations and less experience that you will not find here. Just like other tool, if you take example, then we have other tools in the market, just like
Power BI.
yeah, Power BI is the thing that came from the existence, what you say, from Microsoft. Okay. So if you see in the market, there are other tools are there, just like Power BI is the leading tool. And in terms means Tableau came in 2003 around. Okay, so it's in the market from last 17 to 18 years. It has seen so many ups and downs. It has seen so many progress here. 1.5 years back only Salesforce acquired Tableau, so now it is a Salesforce organization with the Tableau. Means it's no, previously it is a product name Tableau and organization name also Tableau, but now it's a product, it's a acquired entity of Salesforce. Okay, but we in the market we have a different other BI tools, so Spotfire we have from the Microsoft, Power BI, SAS, Tableau, QuickBlue, SAP BO, Brist, Congostain, Domo, and others tool also. Even Excel also does visualization in the latest version Excels which we have. What makes a difference from Tableau with other tools is that the first is the quality of the dashboard that we have here. The amount of graphs or the visualization that you develop here, it totally far different from any other tools that you have now in the market. Secondly, any technologies that you learn today needs some add-on skills that you need to learn. Just like if you go for a Power BI, you have at least some handy in Excel or anything, because there is a Power BI, a Power Query that runs in the back to the data modeling and everything that helps you, but you have uh, some knowledge at least in Excel to correlate with that. But in Tableau, you don't need any zero experience. Someone who is never did any IT related things can come here and learn things easily. Ob- Obviously, with the terms of practice only, they'll get a mastery on this. But yeah, they can, with the zero hardcore calculations, you can create different visualizations based on your customer requirements, and you can fulfill all their asks. Third, that since it's the market from the last 17 to 18 years, they have a long journey, long communities things. There are the community where you can answer answer some other questions, and there's a community where you get your answers from someone others to all your problems. And they have a lots of resources, they have a lots of community, they can post their, they'll answer their everything. And the third that is make your difference is there, that the amount of the sources that you see here, that we connected here. So these sources are the numerous, means the amount of data that you see here. Okay, let me go in data source level once. Okay, so you see here the amount of data, limited amount here, that here. And the second, that if someone asks you in interview also or anything, what amount of data that Tableau can easily load, there is no limitations of your data that how much Tableau can load. Tableau can work in any amount of data. It only make a difference how much memory executions or utilization that you have, how much RAM you have, what processor you are using, what bandwidth you have, what network you are using. That only make disturbs you to load the larger amount of data. Until unless Tableau have no limitations, you bring any amount of data, Tableau will load that totally inside it without any problem, without any performance issues. Okay.
Okay. So what are all the different types of connections here?
Pardon, I'd miss your last part. What is it?
The different types of connections. Like,
Connections.
Yeah.
Connections will basically, we Tableau has also differentiate three types of connections here. The first one is that this one is the Tableau server only. Anything you publish your data source on server, that you can connect it directly here only. You click in this particular section, you connect your Tableau server or online anything. Okay, Tableau server on online is basically it's a server is your web application, and online is your based on cloud SaaS model, software as a services. Okay, so these both are the same here. In the server, your team has to monitor it. In Tableau online, Tableau will monitor it for you. Okay, so they both are same thing. So either you connect your server or online, you can load, you get a list of your all your data source, and you can download from here. Secondly, there is a section called to a file section. These are all your system dependent data. Means if you made any visualization using Excel, text, JSON, Access, PDF, or statical files, any of these files, your system has to be open. If you make it, if you want to make a particular, let's say 9 a.m. CST, you want to make a refresh to your dashboard, at that particular point of time, your system has to be open. Okay, so these all are your system dependent data. And the second connections is your to a server. Here we have MySQL, Oracle, Redshift, Google Sheet. If you click on a more, you'll see here others different also here. It's like here 74 we have here, just like acting Amazon, Azure, Data Lakes, SQL, Cloudera, Databricks, and so on, so on, so on. And 13 they have added this time new also, just like Oracle, Elasticsearch connections, Mark Logic. These all things by being added in the new. So these all are your system server data. Any of these connections you made here, you don't have to make your system on at that particular time, because it can be updated from any place in the world and everything. So these are your different types of connections that we used here. And basically we use two different connections. Either it can be a live or it can be a extract connections. So live connections is there when your dashboard is directly connected to your data source. You don't have to make any refresh schedule or anything. Automatically any updation in your data source will directly get reflected in your dashboard. If you make any addition, it will get reflected in your dashboard. If you make any deletion, it will affect in your visualization. Second type of connection that we have here is the extract connection. It basically, it creates a locally extract of your data source that you are using on that particular visualization. So if you are using extract model, in that scenario, you have to create your schedulers in that particular, for that particular, and based on your customer requirement or your business requirement, you can set their timing on that particular timing. Tableau will automatically refresh your particular visualization. So you don't have to be handy on that part also. So if you're asking how many types of connections, then we have two types of connections, and connectors, we have so many.